So the cache maybe looks very convenient and a very good idea to apply it everywhere because it's fast, it has good performance, but you have to be very careful. Unless it's necessary, don't bring extra functionalities or complexities to the system, because the cache will raise other issues, which is if we add some record or update some records which is in the database, but you have to also be careful about the cache, right? So otherwise the user will read some data which is not accurate, right? Or not like what they want. So let's just take an example. So for this one, okay, we already have the cache. So if we look at the log, the first time we call it, it will query the database. Then the second one, okay, so no query is fired to the database. It's fast, okay, it's good, what we want. But if I add a new record, okay, so if I just call the post API, add a new record, and if I send, okay, so now we have an ID 15, name orange123. Okay, and you can see there was an insertion into the database. Okay, so it means that like our database already have the data. Okay, so here is the table. But if now I call this get method, okay, again, get API, you can see we still only get 14, right? No new database query is added. So, now you can see the data is a mismatch, and the user will get something that not, is less, okay, or they just add some record, but you cannot see them, okay? So how to solve the issue? Okay, so you have to be careful whenever you do some updating, or whenever you think the cache is dirty, okay, or is not updated, then you have to either update it, okay, or you have to evict the cache. Okay, so the Spring Cache provides us more functionalities or annotations. You can see here we have a cache evict and cache put. Okay, so we can just simply, for example, use cache evict, and then we're going to give a cache name. So we want to evict the ingredient cache. Okay, so make sure that because we have a lot of entries there, and for this method, okay, it will use the input as the key. But for this one, our key actually is just the empty, right? Just like the method, we don't have any keys. We just use a default key. So in this case, we want to just evict all the entries. Okay, so we have a field called all entries. Okay, set it to true. So it means that it will just clear all the cache inside the ingredients. Okay, so then in this case, if we refresh, and that issue, okay, will be gone, because every time we add a new ingredient, it will delete all the cache from the ingredient cache. Then the next time you call get all, it will hit the database, get all the new records, and then save it to the cache. Okay, so we can get the Postman and run it again. Okay, now we get everything. Okay, we get the latest 15. Okay, we have the SQL query. Second time, okay, cache hit, so no new database query. Then now let's just add one more ingredient. We send, and now we get 16. Okay, so by the time we call this post API, it will call the add method in the service, and then this one will also evict the ingredient cache. Then the next time we call get all, then it will hit the cache, but there's nothing, so it will hit the database. Okay, and you can see now we have a database query, and then the record is the latest one. Okay, so this is a very simple example. Okay, so because you can see most of the cache, they still keep the same, but only we have the new record which is not the same. So we need a more fine-grained operations and customization. But for the time being, we just give an idea of these issues how we conquer, and how we should be, very careful about. Okay, and also for the update, right? So when you update, then you have also need to update some cache. Okay, so the Spring provide more fine-grained cache, like for the different keys and the different cache values. Then you can have a more customized or fine-grained operations instead of just add everything, remove everything, but you can just more be specific. Okay, remove which one, add which one, so that it can make your system more faster, okay, and better performance. Okay, thanks.